Good morning students, I am Shweta and here I am going to teach you the chapter My Mother at 66. The very first poetry of standard 12 from Flamingo book. Now listen, before starting the chapter I must say that there are two books, Vistas and Flamingo. Both are compulsory and previously there was a novel also, but this time there is no novel. Okay. So you have to take Flamingo and Vistas, these two books. So the very beginning, the very first poem of this book, My Mother at 66. Before starting the poem, I must say one thing, that the main reading is first, in the very first stanza, you have to read the entire poetry. So let us start the poetry, then I'll discuss it or explain it to you. My Mother at 66. Because the poem is related to mother, of course, it's very emotional poem. And 66 in itself is a number. You may say that it's a later stage of someone's life. Okay, and watching someone's mother or your personal mother or anyone's mother at 66 means somewhere the poetess or the poet, whosoever is, Kamala Dash, she is a poetess and she is very sad. She is working abroad. Abroad means not abroad basically, but not at her hometown. She is working abroad and she has to attend her mother time by time, and in between she goes back to her workplace. So let us start. My Mother at 66. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doze, open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with the pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked at young tree sprintings, the merry children spillings out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, worn pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma," and all I did was smile and smile and smile. So here we come to the explanation of poetry, line by line. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. Please see where the comma has been given. There is no full stop in between. Means the very first sentence is driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. Driving from my parents' home means poetess Kamala Das, she is driving back to her work. And from where she is driving back? She is driving back from her parents' home. And where she is going to? She is going to Cochin. Cochin is a very famous place in South. Last Friday morning. So the entire incidence is of last Friday morning. It means that she has actually written this poem by recalling the incident, what has happened to her. Okay. She has arrived to Cochin, now again she is recapitulating and recalling the images, and she has written the poem. Isn't it? It is very clear. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. Now, I saw my mother beside me. Very clear? Means while driving, driver would be there or might be, should be driving, and her mother, she was sitting beside her. Now, besides and beside, don't confuse in these two words. Beside means beside you, आपके बगल में. Besides means in addition to. Suppose I am saying this blackboard is beside me. Okay, and when I'll say besides, for example, I have a pencil besides pen. Means I have a pen as well as I have a pencil. So I saw my mother beside me. Her mother was beside her. Doze, open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain. Now, what are the examples she has given to clarify the facial structure of her mother? Doze, yawning, open mouth. Okay, open mouth. When do we yawn? Generally, when we are very tired, mentally tired, physically as well as mentally tired. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Now the literal meaning of corpse is dead body. Now dead body, when you see a dead body, you'll find that there is no expression at all over that. Okay, and as well as on her mother's face, there was no expression. Very ashen like corpse. So she is describing the facial structure, the face of her mother as a corpse. And when it becomes so, generally we become emotionless, our face become emotionless when we are very sad. At some special moment, profound moment, when someone very near and dear to us going far, then the facial expression becomes very faceless. You can say that though there is no emotion at all. So she is comparing the face of her mother to the face of a corpse, completely emotionless. And how we can prove that she is comparing? Because she has given example that her mother's face was doze and open mouth. And realized with pain means there was one emotion. It means that the mouth was open, doze, but there was some pain over her face. What is that pain? We'll read in next stanza. Okay. So in the last lecture, we have completed the explanation up to pain. From here, that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the mated children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards, ... Now first, let me tell you the meaning of sprinting. Sprinting means running. See, so what is happening over here? The poetess Kamala Das, she is driving, and beside her, her mother is there. Color of her face, mother's face, pale, dozed, mouth open. So there is a fear, sense of fear in poetess mind, that she is in the latter stage of her life. Maybe I'm a working woman, I'm working outside, maybe a time will come that she'll die and I'll not be able to see her. So the thought that she is in the latter stage of life and she may die, the thought was very emotional, very negative thought. So what happens whenever in our mind such negative thought arrives, what we do? We generally, yes, think of something else. So what she has done over here, she simply looked outside, that she was as old as she looked. Now who is thinking this? Poetess. Poetess is thinking this regarding her mother, that she is very old. Very old signifies that any time death may surround her. That she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away. Now who is putting that thought away? Poetess. She is putting that thought away because she doesn't want to think on that negative thing. So she put that thought away. And how does? And looked out. Driving at the same time, she looked out. Okay. And here the poetess, she has given a complete contrast. What is the complete contrast? Beside her, mother, old, pale face, in the latter stage of life. And when she looked away, just to put that thought away, what happened? She saw something very different, very contrast. Looked out at young trees sprinting. You might have experienced this. Whenever you are traveling with a train or bus, how do you feel about the trees that they are running? Isn't it? Very fast train, they are running. So this side, mother, pale, open mouth, doze in the latter stage of life. And this side, complete contrast. That is young trees sprinting, full of energy. Sprinting, when one can sprint, when it has a energy, power. So she was sitting, doze, open mouth. And this side, trees completely sprinting, means full of energy as well as young. See comparison. Old used for mother and young for trees. Complete contrast. Trees sprinting. The merry children. Now again contrast. In the back we have seen that word sad, pale has been used, and children, young children, what the word has been used for them? Merry. So again it's a contrast situation. Here the mother very sad, children very happy. And you might have seen that whenever children come out of school, okay, after recess, the laugh, the shout, they produce merry children, spilling out of their homes. Okay, but after the airport security check, it means after this incident, what happened? She finally arrived to the airport. Now you know very well that in airport there is security check, a long procedure. Okay, so now, but after the airport security check, standing a few yards, it means that the mother is standing over there and the poetess is standing over here. After security check, she is watching her mother's face, and again the same thought will come to her mind. And in the last stanza we will see that at the moment of helplessness, what generally we do? We simply smile. At the moment of helplessness, because she has to work, at the same time she has to leave her mother all alone, and the condition of mother is not good, what maximum she can do is smile and smile and smile. So standing a few yards now means that the poetess finally she has arrived to the airport, and she is standing after security checkup. She is standing few yards, and from there she is keenly watching her mother and see what observations are there. Yards away, I looked again. It means earlier she has looked when she was driving in the car, and I looked again at her. Worn. Worn means colorless. The meaning of word worn is colorless. Pale. Now see, what we find here is continuously the poetess is giving stress over the structure of her face. Okay, that she is looking pale. Worn. It means somewhere or else a very slightest fear is there in her mind, in poetess mind, that my mother is in latter stage of life and at any time she may die. So I looked again at her, worn, pale as a late winter's moon. Now why her mother's face has been compared to late winter's moon? Moon very bright, okay, but in winters what happened? Due to fog, we are unable to see that. The fog actually covers. Here and there sometime we may get a glimpse of clear moon, otherwise the moon is very hazy. Likewise, the face of her mother was not very bright, full of energy. Now there are two reasons. First, her old age, and second, the feeling of separation from someone whom you love a lot. Okay, separating from loved ones is very difficult emotion to carry on, and she is experiencing that, poetess as well as her mother. So definitely but obvious that her face would lack the emotions as a late winter's moon, and felt that. Who felt this? Kamala Das. She felt that old familiar ache. Please remind this again. Why it has been said familiar ache? Ache means, you know, the meaning of ache is pain. What pain? The same pain she felt while she was driving. That she looks like a corpse, Familiar means earlier also in this poem only she has felt the same ache, and again after security checkup after security checkup she feels the same familiar ache. My childhood's fear. Now what happened, it's a very common phenomena that children becomes very emotional whenever anyone asks what will happen to your life when mother will be no more there. Children start crying. Okay, children start crying. So it's a fear that always engulfs everyone since childhood. So the same familiar ache. But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. From here, the poetry suddenly take a U-turn. Up to here, she was full of fear of losing her mother. But from here, she took the entire command in her hand. And all I said was, see you soon, Amma. Now see you soon. In the very previous line, you may see that there is a fear. But in the next line, what we see is, see you soon, Amma. It means there is some positivity in her thought. Suddenly a positivity arrived in her thought. See you soon, Amma. All I did was smile and smile and smile. Smile, there's a lot of stress given over this word, smile and smile and smile. Means finally what she thought, that it's death. It comes to everyone. And she's working, she has to leave, and if she will cry, definitely the facial structure of poetess face, mother will read and she will also start crying. So finally she took the command of all the emotions and takes a U-turn and she says, see you soon, Amma. See you soon, Amma means the next time when I'll come, I'll find you with the same health. Okay, good health. Means there is a positivity that she wishes to see her again with a good health. And all I did was smile and smile and smile. To give strength to her mother, indirectly what she did was smile and smile and smile. Now in this entire poem, there are various poetic devices. You have read a lot of poetic devices, alliteration, simile, metaphor. Now, what you are supposed to do, that you have to pick out all the poetic devices used in this poetry, or I will discuss it in my later video or next video. Thank you.